So today I'm going to be repotting my Monstera Deliciosa. I did want to change up the soil. This is just the soil that they came in, and I've noticed that it stays really waterlogged, so I wanted to change that. And I am using the soil mix that Kaylee Ellen recommended. I'm going to try that just because I am an overwaterer. Like I know that, as much as I try not to be, and I figured using this soil mix would be better at keeping them a little happier, because I know these guys don't like to be too wet. So yeah, we'll see. I've never repotted before, so fingers crossed. I'm not gonna put the ingredients in different bowls. I'm just gonna put it into this bin and mix it from there. Again, I have my little percentages written out here, but first one is 25% orchid bark, which is supposed to help with aeration and making establishing stronger roots. So I have orchid bark here. I did go with small, primarily because I have smaller plants right now. I don't know if I felt like the medium to large were too big for the pots I'm putting them in. Looking now at the small, I probably could have gone with the medium, because this is pretty small, but we'll see. So that's 25% orchid bark. Then it calls for 25% perlite. And again, I believe that helps with aeration. %20 coir, and this came in a brick that I soaked in about 10 cups of water. The brick is still trying to degrade, but there's plenty of coir in here. And that's 20% coir. That might be a little bit more than 20%, but we'll go with it. Then we've got 10% worm castings, aka worm poop. %10 activated charcoal. Rinse before use until water runs clear. Okay, I should probably do that. Do you hear that? It's like fizzing. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like there. And you'll know that the percentages don't add up to 10%, and that's because she does top layer dressing. And she, I think, tends to use orchid bark for her top layer, about an inch or so. Or sphagnum moss, which I also have. However, I am getting a humidifier, and I don't want it to retain too much moisture, so I might hold off on the sphagnum moss and see how it does like this first. But I'm just gonna mix this. So that's it's pretty thoroughly mixed. Let's check out those roots. So here is my Monstera Deliciosa. This one here uncurled last week. This one as well, here behind. This one is making its way. However, I did set her out, unfortunately, in some afternoon light. So you can see she's got a little bit of burn there, which makes me really sad that I did that. But overall, I'm hoping she looks pretty healthy. Again, I am an overwaterer, and the last time I watered her 3 days ago, and the soil is still pretty compact and it's pretty wet. The moisture meter, which I put in there, it read like an 8 or a 9 or something. So I need to get her into better soil. So let's check her roots. Really don't want to stress her out. Okay. So it's getting a little bit of root bound there, which is probably why I see some of the roots kind of sticking out here. I do have some pots that are bigger, because I feel like it's pretty bad. That's compact and that's kind of bad, so I'm gonna gently untangle her. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay, so she seemed pretty root bound, which makes me think that I need to size her up. The pot that she's in right now is currently about 5.5 inches. This one here is 6 inches. The next size up I have is 10 inches, and I just don't feel comfortable sizing up that quickly. I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm gonna try with the 6-inch pot. Has a small drainage hole at the bottom, so we'll see how it does here. I washed off her roots. So I think they're looking pretty healthy. They're nice and strong and pretty long. I don't know, is that not enough of a size up? I feel like this pot is too big. I'm going to top it off with orchid bark. If you hear my dogs whining, it's because my husband left to get the mail. Okay. We'll see how that goes. I'm like praying that I did this right and that she's gonna be okay. Because I don't know. It's my first time. It has been about a month, a little over a month, since I repot my Monstera Deliciosa, and so I thought I should do a little bit of an update. I am currently sitting on the floor of our hallway because that's where she lives. So here she is. She is in the 6-inch pot that I potted her in because I was not about to pot her yet again. Especially because it's only been a month and shouldn't be repotting her that much anyway. So yeah, she's doing pretty well. She's a little thirsty, so she's droopy right now, but her leaves are doing pretty well. She did lose a few leaves. In fact, I think she lost about maybe 5 or 6 turned yellow, and I was stressing out. But upon research, you know, just the acclimation of it, they say that you will lose some leaves, and that just kind of happens, and so just have to go with it. One leaf is turning yellow there. It is a leaf that's on, it's one of the leaves on the base of the stem, which makes me think it is an older leaf, and so the older leaf just kind of goes, but that's okay because trying to hold her so I don't drop her, and you can see she's got new growth coming in again, and it looks like this one's got some fenestrations in it. The other leaf that was opening that I told you about that had burn finally unfurled. It does still have that burn on there. It's still hardening, so it's a little bit of a lighter color and is flimsy compared to the others. But she's doing pretty well. She sits here right next to my record player, and so she's kind of a fun focal point when you walk in our front door. You just kind of see her hanging out. She has her own set of grow lights. She kind of varied between different grow lights. I had one GE grow light right on her, and you can actually see some of the stems, how they're curving differently. So these two are the biggest that had unfurled when I repotted her, and they were hanging out over here. I put the grow light right on top, and all the leaves just went straight towards the grow light, which is kind of cool to see. And I love this pot. I think it's adorable. I got it from Planted, the store she came in. But then I got this one that I also love. It's a concrete planter with stand, and for some time she was sitting there with a few other plants, but I mean, it's right by my record player, and I'm not about to have increased humidity by my records. So I moved my other plants. Now she's the only plant that stands in here, but that's fine because I think it's great that she's the focal plant because she deserves it. So I placed this pretty planter into the concrete planter, so you can't even see her planter. And it also helps me because we have a Roomba that goes around, and I'm just always afraid that the Roomba is just gonna knock it down. And maybe the planter's a bad idea because now it's on like thin stilts, but so far so good. So anyway, she's got her grow light, she's got a hygrometer. It's reading 72 degrees and about 47% humidity, which is a little low for a tropical plant, but she's still doing fine. Like I said, she does need a watering, so I'll probably get that. I'll probably water her tomorrow. But yeah, I'm excited to see this new leaf unfurl, so we shall see. how that turns out. Hopefully it continues to grow. It'll be cool if it grows taller than this one with more fenestrations and it just gets big. That's my hope anyway. Hope you enjoyed that really awkward video of me repotting my Monstera Deliciosa.